Because, well, it has been made to those with jurisdiction. Not every senator has the same clarification. We all get a TS, but depends on your classification of the committee that you're in that has jurisdiction over it. Now, every senator can go get read in. Every senator can be asked, but to hold it as a whole because of sensitivity, not of the strike, but of the assets that was used, it's not available to everybody. That's why we have committees of jurisdiction over certain areas.
Isn't that your oversight responsibility to understand
each committee? Well, not everybody's on Intel, and there's a reason. But not everybody's on Intel. You know that. You've been up here covering that for a long time. You know committees have certain jurisdiction. So the question you're asking is why? They don't have jurisdiction over it.
It's a classification question.
It is a classification issue. Listen, let's talk about the whole big picture here. We do because I'm on the committee that has jurisdiction over it. Not everybody's able to go on the Intel skiff either. You know this. How long have you been up here covering this?
Okay, but a full senator briefing.
But this is a full. You asked about the video. I told you about the video. Why it's not being sold. And if you don't like the answer, I can't help that. I don't make the classification.
I'm trying to understand.
Okay. I told you the classification of it. I'm not trying to be combatant here, guys. It's the classification of it. If you don't like classification, talk to the White House about it.
Talk about what the stated goal is.
Let's talk about the whole picture here as a whole. Guys, I'm losing patience on the whole thing because I think it's ridiculous that we're having this conversation because underneath Obama, he had 500 strikes, 3,700 different individuals were killed. There wasn't a big show about this. What you guys are all upset about is the hemisphere that it's working in. The hemisphere is these are drug terrorist organizations. The same people that Obama went after, some people we've been over for the last 24 years, were terrorist organizations that were wanting to kill Americans. There has been more Americans killed because of these terrorist cartels drugging our streets, drugging every one of your all's streets, every one of your all's towns, every one of the audience's towns. They killed more people in 2024 on our streets than we lost in the entire Vietnam War for U.S. personnel. These are terrorist organizations that are poisoning our streets. The president has the authority to do so. The argument is it's too close to our shores. Does anybody doubt that these are terrorist organizations? Does anybody have a question about these being terrorist organizations? So what's the difference between Obama attacking these individuals when they were deemed terrorist organizations in the Middle East versus the ones that are here right now poisoning our streets? That's what the whole conversation is about. What? Go ahead.
Is when it comes to, is it about stopping drug trafficking?
Yes.
Or is it about, as Susie Wiles said in an interview, making Maduro cry uncle?
No, it is about, we have 20, there's a difference proofs of Maduro is sponsoring the drugs flowing through. The other 23 terrorist organizations are cartels that are poisoning our streets. So it's the bigger picture of the whole thing. It's about stopping the drugs poisoning our streets.
Yes,
go ahead.
In terms of a professional oversight matter, did they tell you what their ultimate goal was?
Just to make our streets safe.
But what are we going to, in terms of going into solar regime change?
No, we never said about, that was never a conversation.
Senator, this week,
go ahead.
You're voting on the NDAA that has substantial punishment for the Secretary who does not release the video or share the execute orders. I wasn't sure.
The Secretary in this administration, I'm going to support the NDA. This administration, this is the 22nd bipartisan briefing between both chambers that this administration is briefed on. 22nd. This is a full briefing here, and tomorrow they're briefing the committees of jurisdiction is going to show the video. The committee of jurisdiction that has the clearances to watch it. That's because of the assets, the sensitivity of it. Not every member, as I'll say again, has all the same clearances because they're not on the committee of jurisdiction. When I was on Intel, I had separate access to information that not every member had. When you're on SASC or you're on HASC, you have separate information that not every senator has. However, any senator can be asked to be read in on it if they choose to.
Every senator has the authority to authorize war.
Go ahead, Chad. I don't know. I think it's highly unlikely, Chad, because we have the noms to do today. We have NDAA still to do, and we're trying to get on the package. I think healthcare, trying to get to healthcare before the Christmas recess will probably be hard. Go ahead.
I mean, you said that certain senators have committees of jurisdiction.
Yes, we know this.
Right, we know this. But every senator has the authority to authorize war. They can vote to authorize war.
Sure they can.
Vote over their budget. And
authorization to vote is different.
Why not give everybody the access to this information that could inform their key votes?
Yeah, because there's a lot of members that's going to walk out of there that's going to leak classified information, and there's got to be certain ones that you hold accountable. So not everybody can go through the same background checks that need to be able to get cleared on this. Do you think Omar needs to have all this information? I will say no.
Is that what they said?
No, they don't say that. That's my opinion.
I think back it up.
Go ahead.
Back it up, but you're saying, I just want to back that up. You're saying that senators
Oh, I don't know.
with classified
Well,
documents?
do they leak? They call you guys a leak, and some of this stuff. Tell me, if you, there's no. No, I'm just saying. You guys answer your own question.
I don't
Is
know
there any
U.S. Senator leaking
leaking information? There is stuff that gets leaked out of classified meetings all the time, and you guys know that.
But you don't
I
think
don't
that
know.
they're trying to
Did the briefings
overclassify
provide-
it to deny
No.
the public this
No, I'd ask
information?
because I said it as soon as I walked to the mic. Because of the sensitivity of some of the equipment that were being used and the techniques, it's at a highly classified level. I said that as soon as I came here. It has nothing to do with overclassifying it. This administration has been highly transparent, a lot more transparent than the Obama administration, the Biden administration on all this stuff. And for you guys to be all upset about it, I'll repeat myself. The only reason why this is a thing is because of the hemisphere to which they're operating in. Because no one threw a big fit about this when it was happening in the Middle East. Yes.
Did Secretary Vincent talk about what kind of drugs were on the boat allegedly? Was it fentanyl? Because
I know. We've always heard it's been mainly cocaine. It doesn't matter. It's drugs.
how many deaths are attributed
To what?
How many deaths are attributed to cocaine?
I don't know. What's the difference? It's a drug.
Did the briefers provide any timetable for how long these targeted strikes could last?
As long as there's still boats poisoning our streets, coming to our towns, dropping the drugs off, they're going to continue these strikes.
Is the goal regime change?
Yes, I am okay
Is
with
the
it.
goal regime change?
That wasn't the conversation here.
Does Congress have any role to play? Like if they continue striking the boats, or is there any level at which Congress will step in and say, okay, we need to authorize this?
It has been. We've been using this same technique for 24 years, and nothing has changed except the hemisphere to what we're operating in. That's it. You had a question?
Naval assets are staying.
Yes, and they should be. I mean, think about this. We have our aircraft carriers operating in our hemisphere now, not in other hemispheres. I like the idea that they're right here. I like the idea that we're not only doing that, but we're also getting China's attention too by overfishing our international waters close to our shores. So I love the idea that we have these assets right around. It makes me feel cozy when I sleep at night.
You said
Do what? Sorry.
Walk me through this idea of using the same authorization for 24 years.
Yes.
There's been a lot of criticism that those two authorizations are calcified. If it's that important, as you laid out the case here, why not do an authorization that is unique to this if the threat is as dire as you suggest?
There isn't any other authorization that's required. They have been deemed a terrorist organization. We didn't deem terrorist organizations based on the hemisphere that they're operating in, Chad. We deemed the organizations terrorists or we didn't.
Based on a strike in the World Trade Center in 2001.
Yeah, that happened here.
And that's
That happened here, and we said we'll go after terrorist organizations no matter where they're operating. They're killing our loved ones, our families, and our friends on our own streets. There are terrorist organizations. There's been 24 of them deemed terrorist organizations, and we're going to use the authority we have. No, not at all.
You support a strike on Venezuela against Maduro?
No, not against Maduro. Do I agree going after chemical facilities that's on shore? Absolutely, I will. Do I want to commit troops to Venezuela? Absolutely not.
Did they tell you to respect that? Did they tell you to respect land strikes?
Sorry?
Did they tell you in that room to respect land strikes?
No, that wasn't the conversation. But I would support it. I'm just saying I have to run. Yes.
The big picture question here is that did the U.S. do something, and I understand your point about the Obama administration, dealing with this administration and what's happening now, you're a senator now. Values, American values, do you believe that it's a clear part of American policy that we should not kill defenseless individuals?
They're not defenseless. The weapon that they're bringing is I know, but you said defenseless. They're not defenseless. These aren't our brothers and sisters that's trafficking it. They're killing our brothers and sisters. I have zero feelings for someone that's poisoning our
I'm
streets.
talking about what is the American value?
What
In general, is that
I will do anything to protect my family. Anything to protect my family. They're bringing poison into our streets. It's affected everybody that's standing here. Everybody here has been affected by someone that has been affected by drug overdose. I promise you have, because it's that outrageous. I have zero problem sitting in the bottom of the ocean, and I hope they rot in hell for it, because they know what they're doing when they get on that boat and they're trafficking the drugs to our streets. Do you think they care about our family? Heck no, they don't care, and so I don't care about them.
Is it better to err on the side of fatal strikes?
No, there is check. Absolutely not. There is a lot of checks. There's a lot of checks and balances that go in place. Every boat that's coming across the Caribbean, we're not striking. There's some of them that we decide to have interdiction with the Coast Guard because they don't make all their criteria. There's multiple layers of criteria before we actually decide to make that strike. There's multiple criteria that take place. If one of them's not missing, then we do interdiction.
Senator, did Ukraine
Yes,
come up?
and there's been more interdiction over this same period than we have actually had strikes.
Did Ukraine
Yes.
come up in there?
No, no, and I'm sorry, I gotta go.
Thank you. Appreciate your time.